Well, boys, I had a bit of a wake up call yesterday, and bro, wake up call or scare straight, whatever you want to call it. But I'm really, I have to stop drinking too, bro. Bro, when you wake up in the morning and you got people telling you that you did stuff or said stuff, and your first reaction is no, I didn't. You don't even remember what they're talking. You're that definitely didn't happen, and it turns out it did, and you're just I have never gotten to that point where I didn't remember. I always, no matter how faded I got, I'd know what's going on, and I would remember who I would talk to or what I would be saying. But this is the first time this happened, and how terrifying, right? So I'll tell you the whole story. So yesterday, Julianne, she had a formal for her class, her school, her grad school. So I told all of her friends to come to my house, and I'll cook for them because it started at 6. So hey, come to the house. Also, Julianne, I guess our cat is here right now. We're trying to introduce him before Julianne moves in. So his name's Huey. You'll just see Huey. But anyways, so I was like, hey, come over. I'll cook you. I'll cook for you guys. You can drink some before and then we can all go to the formal, right? So I was so anxious all day yesterday because I was I was ready. I was gagging the whole day because I hold my anxiety here because I was so nervous to cook for people, and I've really never hosted anything, and I've always wanted to host, and obviously my kitchen's redone now. What a perfect time. And I knew I was making something intense. I was making 2 different curries, as well as stuffed mushrooms, with roti, which is not naan bread. It's a form of bread, but roti bread, right? And then a charcuterie board, stuff like that. So I was nervous, bro. I had started cooking at 1. People arrived at 4:30, and so I was doing that, and I'm so worried about this. So around 3 4, I drink my first beer. I have a beer. 4:30, first person arrives, and it ended up being five girls, and then 2 of them brought their boyfriends. And so we were having a good time. I really was spending that whole time cooking because I wanted to finish. I still had to I was trying to reduce. I had the mushrooms out. One of the first girl that came, her and Julianne made the charcuterie board, la charcuterie, and I was just finishing up reducing the sauces, making sure they were okay. So I got everything at the perfect time, right? But then in the meantime, I had to make the roti, and roti, they come in if you get the frozen roti, they come in these discs. And no oil, nothing. You just put them on a saute pan, and they blow up, and then you flip it, and it blows up, and then it's good. But I only can do one at a time, right? I only had enough stovetop space to do one at a time, so I'm doing 15. So I'm sitting there. Then everybody else arrives, and I'm also worried about the dog because she's really weird around guys. She gets real kind of aggressive or standoffish. So I made sure every time when someone entered the house, I gave him a treat to give her. But yeah, I was just so anxious, right? So then around 5:30, everybody's there, right? So I get out my first bottle of soju, and it was like a little I don't know, but I forget that soju is it's too easy to drink, bro. And soju is I don't know, 15-20%. It's like a bottle of wine, kind of. You shouldn't just be drinking a bottle of soju, but I mean, I guess whatever. And then another girl poured me a glass of her soju, right? So I'm doing this while I'm talking to one of the boyfriends. We're talking about League of Legends, actually. And he's crazy. He's Ascendant in Valorant. He's Grandmaster in TFT. He's an insane dude, bro. So we're just yapping. I'm still flipping these non-breads. And then after that, I told everyone, I already had my serving plates out. I fed I was like, everyone go eat, Everyone go eat the charcuterie, bro, and the stuffed mushrooms. Eat all that. Meanwhile, I was still working. I'm cooking. I finished this bottle of soju. I go to get a second one, and at this point, I guess I was already being loud. But I was still yapping with everyone. Everyone likes me. I was fucking around. I was just talking to everyone and anyone. One of the boyfriends, he was more quiet. Even if you asked him questions, he wouldn't really answer. He was just kind of a quiet guy, which I've been there before, and this is probably uncomfortable for him. So I tried though, but I felt anyways. Then it was around 6, which was time we have to go to the thing, but whatever. We were gonna be a little late, so I was like, okay, are you guys ready? So then I served everyone, put a scoop of each curry and then a naan on top of it, a naan bread or roti. Gave it to all of them. Then made sure that everything. I was like, does it taste good? I then gave them extra silverware and napkins, and I was really really nervous about this because like a lot of our friends or all the friends were Asian, any form of Asian, Korean, Chinese, Indian. So it was like, bro, I'm making like they got high standards, you know what I mean? So I was really scared about this, but they all liked it. But then at this point, I was like, okay, I got to get changed because I was still like in some bullshit like this, right? So I had to go. It was a black tie event, so I had to go get changed. I came back down, and I finished that second bottle of soju. At this point, I'm fucking ripped, and I'm like, and it's time to go. So, bro, we all go. We get in this car with one of her friends. It was just me and Julianne and one of her friends, and everyone else gets in their own cars and stuff like that. And we get downtown, and we get into the. This was the event was happening at a bar, like that I know of, like a club that I know about. So I was kind of surprised that they closed down this club for this event, you know. So we get in there, and I start talking to people. I initially start talking to this guy, who is kind of like known to be like, he's just a fucked up dude, right? And he's been ostracized from the whole class. Like he honestly should have been kicked out of the class multiple times. He's done some really terrible things, right, and said really terrible things. But I like to just fuck with them because I love to do the bit. I love to just like befriend people that I secretly like I like to make them think they're right. It's hilarious. So I'm like, we started talking and I was like, bro, I heard, like, bro, what's going on, man? You got ostracized? He's like, yes, bro. Ever since we went to the, you know, because we went to this restaurant, right? This is the first time I ever met this guy with her classmates. We're at this restaurant, and he starts yelling and saying YN. He's sober, by the way. He starts saying YN. For those of you who don't know, it means young N-word, bro. But he's just saying the letters. He's saying YN, but it's not better. It's terrible. I was so uncomfortable. While there was a table of like right behind us, a family of 8, and it was a black family of 8, and I was like so uncomfortable, right? And he starts laughing at me about it, like at this function. Now he's like, yeah, bro. Ever since we went to that restaurant, no one fucks with me. I thought you're the only one that got it, dude. I got it, but like. It wasn't. It was kind of. It was nasty, bro. Like, what is wrong with you? You're so socially inept. And then he was telling his second year, like the person that's kind of his leader, his role, what happened, bro. And they were laughing about like this one. And then I don't know. I tried to talk to him for a little bit to make sure, you know. Anyways, and I left. And then I'm like, they're giving out like little raffle tickets to get free drinks, but like obviously only for the students. So Julianne gets one. I was like, Julianne, let me go. She's like, no, dude. She's like, no, you need to chill out. You're being too much, and like when you're drunk, you don't think you're being too much. I was definitely being too much. So she made me go drink some water, and then I just went to the bathroom, and I called up her friend, one of her good friends that I love. She's like a mother figure. I call her up and I'm like crying, and I'm really sad because like I'm already drunk. This should show you how drunk I am. I'm drunk, and then I get told I'm being too much, but I'm like how am I being too much? Like. I just cooked for all these people, and I spent all day working on the dude. And by the way, I did not eat a single bite of anything before I left the house. I didn't eat any of my cooking, any of the charcuterie. I didn't eat any of the stuff. I ate one stuffed mushroom. That was it. I ate nothing else. So that's why I'm fucking destroyed right now. And I was like, I cook for everyone. Why? How am I being too much? I feel terrible. I don't want to be like too much. Like, and then at this point, I'm shut down. I'm sobbing. So then I go back out. Julianne sees me. She's like, okay, you can have a. She like to make me feel better. She gets me a drink, which is like how now I'm thinking about it. It's like how alcoholic of me is that? It's fucking insane. I didn't really even want the drink. That's not what I wanted. So then I'm drinking this drink. It was like a gin and tonic, whatever. And then another person, and at this point I'm like kind of shut down because I'm like, if I'm being too much, I need to tone this fucking down. But I don't know how to find a middle, so I just fully tone it down where I just like go mute. So then like another of her classmates comes with this guy with his girlfriend, and I just like don't talk to them. Like I don't even mean to. I'm just like trying not to be too much. I'm trying to just be there. And then Julianne goes to the dance floor. I go back in the bathroom. This is a repeated problem. I keep going back to the bathroom just to sit there and like collect myself. And then I go and I just sit down at one of the couches, like one of the lounge couches. I just sit there by myself with my drink, and I was like, I need to just like relax. But then all her friends keep coming up to me because everyone knows we got engaged. So all these people keep coming up to me and congratulating. Then one of the girls was like, I don't like to see you alone, like all this shit. What the fuck? And bro, but the thing is, I know T about all these people, so I don't know. So it was interesting. And then we leave, right? Because it shuts down. We go to another club. We go to the there's billiards. Like we go to a pool hall. We get in there. First thing that happens, I'm like, where's the bathroom? I go to the bathroom. I hadn't peed once. Every time I went to the bathroom at the last club, I just sat on the toilet. Like, I just sat fully clothed on the toilet. Like, I wasn't peeing. I was just like sobbing and being all sad and drunk. So I went to the bathroom, bro. I'm standing there, and this guy next to me at the urinal was like, "Hey, why you guys dressed so nicely?" I said, "Oh, there was a formal." We're talking, and then I was like, "You want to play pool?" I was like, "I'll bet you $100 I'll beat you." I'm terrible at pool. I don't play pool at all. And I told him, I was like, "Dude, oh, yeah, I'm terrible, bro. Don't worry about it." And then he's like, I forgot what his friend's name was, but he was like, "Hey, Tommy, should I do it?" And you just hear a voice come from like one of the bathroom stalls, like with a toilet. Yeah, you should do it. So we were gonna go bet $100, but then I lost him because like all these dudes looked exactly the same, so I didn't know which one was him, and I didn't really get a glance. Anyways, I go back to her group of people, find all our friends, start talking. I'm yapping, just like talking to everyone, talking to this person, that person, people watching a bit, but like, and then this point, I get Jack Daniels on the rocks, bro. And when I initially walked in the pool hall, I knew when I was walking to that bathroom, I was like, dude, I'm just like, I felt like I was in a video game. I was so fucked up. And then like, this is not to glamorize it. This is like, so anyways, after that, we go home. Her friend drives everyone home who doesn't drink, and so me and Julian sit in the trunk, because we had a full pack. It was full pack. So we drop each person off one by one, and I don't really remember this. All I remember is just staring back out the window in the back seat, like out the trunk, just being like, this is crazy. And also being like, I'm getting kind of nauseous. I got to get home. Oh. So I get home. I think I send her group chat of girls a voice memo. Because I also during this night, I had thanked them like 9. I gave like 9 speeches. I kept thanking them over and over again for like coming to my house. Because like, this has been my dream, always to host, always to cook for people, like having people over. Like, this has been my dream. So I was like really thankful to them. So I sent a voice memo and then I passed out, bro. I also over the night sent of 2 voice memos to 2 of my coworkers. One of them was my boss, one of them was not. And I think I just, anyway. And I've never really had anxiety before. Like when you wake up, you're like, what the fuck? So I wake up. I'm like, holy fuck, what the fuck happened? I was like, I didn't think too much. I apologized to one of my coworkers. I'm so sorry for whatever I said during that voice memo. If it was too horrible, please let me know. Like, I'm sorry. I don't remember what I sent him in the voice memo. It was about football, but I don't know if I used too much profanity. I don't know. I apologized to someone else, like my boss. I was like, sorry, like for sending you weird texts last night. And then this is not even the best part. So then I bring Willow on a walk. I come back and Julianne was like, "Do you remember saying this?" And it was bad, dude. It wasn't like, it was literally me. It was me telling this whole group of girls a secret of one of the other, like a girl that wasn't there, of her boyfriend. Like me and him have befriended each other. And we have these long conversations. So it was like saying a secret of his, right? Like outing him for something. And my heart sank because at first I didn't believe her, but I'm like, why would she be telling me this about it? Why else? And I'm like, holy fucking shit. Like, this was bad, bro. So then for the whole morning, for the next 2 hours, 3 hours, 4 hours in the morning, this morning, I am just like shut down because I am just thinking to myself, like, of all the times I was like being too much, or like I was just being really self-deprecating and just like thinking about last night and being like, holy fuck, everyone probably hates me and thinks I'm annoying, and like I'm trying to represent my, Julianne, who's in this very like prestigious like professional graduate program for a professional degree, like, and her recently engaged fiance is literally acting like a fool. Like I was really really being hard on myself, and I was thinking about all this other shit because I was just saying too much, right? So at about 4 today, we call up one of the girls I was in the car yesterday because Julian said I said it in the car ride home. So I call up one of the girls and I try to confirm it. I'm like, hey, did I say anything weird in relation to X, Y, and Z last night? And she's like, no, not really. And this girl didn't drink at all, so she knows. She's like, no, the only thing you really said was that you know of some white supremacists in our class. And I was like, what? I was like, what? And then we were all like, oh, names. We'll tell you. You have to tell us. So then you finally told us. And then I said, who wasn't? And she named these people. And I was like, what? Those people? Well, I was just saying random shit because those people are definitely not. And she's like, yeah, we just chuckled it up to you're just drunk and like to not listen to anything you're saying. I was like, okay, good. So that at least my anxiety, it was a little bit better. But it was just like, first of all, I'm not getting drunk with if I'm going out and being with her people that like, and I'm not gonna represent my woman like that ever again. Like that's really fucking terrible. Even though like, okay, a lot of it is good representation because obviously I cooked for all these people and they all came to my house and I was very conversational with everyone and like I made everyone's plates, I made everyone's food, like I was making sure I gave everyone water, whatever it was, like, and then like when it was cold outside, so on the walk back from the club to the car, like I gave one of the girls my jacket, like I have, and I was just conversational, like I get it, I was okay, but at the same time, bro, I'm so like I'm just done. I can't be doing that shit. I can't be drinking. I can't be like I can never. This is my first time ever dealing with this level of anxiety from drinking, and I don't want to deal with that shit again. There's no reason, bro. Like there's no reason for me. Like it's okay if I drink and like it's like with my best friend over Discord and we're just fucking watching like a UFC fight and I'm in my house and nothing really crazy is gonna happen. But when I'm meeting new people and like there's 60 of these classmates that she really is trying to and I'm trying to represent myself the best I can and trying to be a good fiance to her. And I'm looking like a fucking degenerate, like, and I don't know, man. When you wake up and there's things that you don't remember, like if like I don't think I've ever been blacked out I've never been blackout drunk in my life, like, and I also used to hate drinking up until this last year, like last year too, when I, gave up my primary thing, right? And it's just switching one thing out for another. And it's like, dude, I need to be more mindful. Like if I need to ask just be present with myself, being like, why do I feel like I need to do this, bro? And I get it, bro. I get it was bad. I was anxious all day for cooking. And then I cooked and I didn't eat any of my cooking. And I just immediately started drinking soju. Like that, you're going to get destroyed, right? But I just didn't, man. I just, I feel I'm going to be thinking about this for a while, bro. Up until I think they said they want to come back over. All the girls want to come back over for Valentine's Day. But I think until then, bro, I'm gonna and also I'm so anxious for Julianne to go to school tomorrow and for someone to just like say something about me or like that I was just like acting like a fool and like it makes her look bad. Like, like I just need to be a better example, like and a better person for our relationship. And it's just like it was so like I don't know. And I say this, and I might drink, right? Like that's the worst part of it is I might say this, and that's like, and I'm gonna forget how bad this feeling feels, and I'm gonna go drink again. Like, but it's like I have my therapy appointment is on Wednesday. I'm really gonna talk about this because that was, dude, for about 7-8 hours today, I was stuck just in my head, and I was like so deprecating. I just like, because the idea is like I try so hard to represent myself well, and I try so hard to like be a good guy and like be like extroverted and like make people laugh and like being social. And yet I come across like and then I just can't come across drunk. And like the worst part is like Julianne, actually she's trying to tell me I'm being too much at the club, and that's why, and she wasn't gonna let me keep drinking. But then that made me upset because then I'm drunk. I'm like, why you like I'm fine while I'm slurring my words. And it's like, and then I go to the bathroom and I cry, and to make me feel better, she gives me a drink. Like, man, and also drinking, bro, in regards to weight loss journey is like terrible, bro. It's just empty calories that bloat you. Like it's terrible for you. So it's like really, it doesn't fit into what I want in my life. But I don't know, man. It was just really, Anyway, so that was my scared straight, bro. That's my reason to change. But so I gotta be full sober guy. I gotta be like full monk mode, bro. Like on my health grind. But guys, girls, gays, queers. Anyway, the curry was fire. Both curries were fire. Actually, I didn't get to taste one, but everyone said it was really good. They asked for my recipe, and the stuffed mushrooms were fire. But guys, girls, gays, queers, the them, these are. And y'all. Anyone, have a blessed rest of your Monday. I hope you guys had a good day off if you had the day off. And yeah, learn from me, bro. Everybody just learn from me. Don't be a fucking idiot.